Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear
Hey,
you loud and clear.
Good, perfect. I'm gonna get
Sorry, I
our
just
questions.
ran out for like 10 minutes, and I was like,
What do you?
I was trying to get it done like within the time frame. I'm like, all right, I think I could go to the drugstore and get something.
Did you
Luckily,
get to?
everything goes by.
Good,
What?
good.
Sorry,
You said everything was
Oh yeah, everything was perfect.
good, good.
Get myself situated here.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, my living room's a little weird, so I have to like grab a chair over.
No worries. I had to set mine up in my room a certain way. Where did I put those questions? It's already recording, but I'll edit out what we are not doing yet. I thought I had different questions. Okay. But anyway. So we can start whenever you're ready.
Whoa.
Ready?
I'm trying to like, because I wrote like some things down to like remember my answers to the questions, or just like so I don't forget anything, so I could like glance over it. But I think I'm good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got my list too. Yours is They Live, huh?
What's up?
Yeah. Was yours They Live or?
The VHS. Oh, yeah. The Thing.
Oh, The Thing. That's right. Okay.
Which one's Shining? Right. I think I see.
Yeah. Because it goes regular bedding.
Love it.
I guess we'll start out and let you introduce yourself.
Oh man, I hate introductions.
I do.
Well, I'll do the best I can. So I'm like I don't talk myself up like that. So I'm just like, hey, I'm Doug, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't.
World Tag Team Champion. What?
I don't like talking about myself.
Same, but I'm doing it for you.
Well, thank you. I'm sure everyone will be appreciative. Let's see. Okay, so Doug, so what else is going on with you? With your music, with just anything in general that you would like to tell us about?
Oh, anything in general? Well, it's been 8 months since the pandemic hit, so it's been a lot of being home alone with your own thoughts, which I'm sure everyone else is feeling if you're out of work. Pretty much, yeah, just watching a whole bunch of movies, catching up on that, and then making music. Pretty much, that's my entire life when I was working, but now it's just more so watching movies and making music. It's definitely good to catch up when you have so much free time.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it gets a little like stagnant at times, just like being home for an extended period of time, and you're just like, there's so many things to do, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like you finally have so many options that your brain is on overload. And like you said, it kind of gets mundane at times because it's just all there is to do.
Yeah, it's just the same shit over and over.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Ooh, I'm a klutz. Well, did you want to talk about your music or?
Oh yeah, we could talk about that. I mean, I've been doing music since I was 15 years old. With like, I got into like hip hop and stuff like that. So the early music career was more along the lines of like rap and hip hop and stuff. And I had a group, and we played a bunch of shows at like, we did a show at like Webster Hall a bunch of times, which is this super dope venue in New York City. Have you ever heard of it?
What's it called again?
Oh, Webster Hall.
I don't think I've heard of it.
It's pretty sick.
But that sounds really cool.
Yeah, they have like, so local acts played downstairs. It's called like the basement, I believe. It got like taken over by Live Nation now. So it used to be like 3 levels, of like music venues, and like the upstairs was called something, the middle was called something, downstairs was the basement, and local acts would play the basement, or like lesser known acts and stuff like that. It was pretty sick. We played a bunch of shows there, and yeah, I just been working on music ever since I was 15. Kind of moved away from hip hop because personally, I think it's very limiting. There's only so much you can do with hip hop, so I kind of moved
Right.
not so much away from it, but just like expanded, like going into more like, I don't know, kind of like hip hop slash indie rock slash, just I have like, so many influences just like piled into one. So it's not just like one singular sound. I just do it for fun pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to not get bored with it, because if you do only one thing, if you're like me, I have a short attention span and I will zone out real fast.
Yeah, totally. And especially with when I was doing like hip hop, well, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this, because it was like a different style of hip hop that got like really popular over the last couple of years, like the trap type of hip hop with like those banging like 808s and shit like that. And I just felt like
Mm-hmm.
too many people were trying to like go with the trend and just do that. And I tried to do that too with my friend. His rap name is Bearded Legend. He's like one of my best friends. And we both like did it together, but he's superior to that. And like I just felt like I couldn't get the hang of it. So I would get like super frustrated. And this this isn't gonna come off cocky, I hope. Like I know I'm not terrible, but like it wasn't pleasing to like my ear. And I just kept trying to like force it because that was like, me and my friend were trying to do the same thing. We were trying to like, get to the next level. And I was just like, I fucking hate this. Not hate it, but like I just wanted to do something different. And so that's what
Right.
I did.
Cool.
Oh, are you on a delay right now?
What was the last thing you said?
Oh shit. Oh man. Gotta love internet
Am
connection.
I?
I think so.
I hate when I hate it freezing on my face. I'm pretty sure it's always when I'm making a bad one.
That's
Well,
all right. Like the Joker or something.
so, did you want to talk about what got you into horror?
Oh yeah, we can
I'm
talk
sure
about
you
that.
get asked that all the time, but it's that too.
I'm literally anything about horror I'm down to talk to. down to talk about. So yeah, how I got into horror. It's always a tough question because it's so long ago. I think I got into horror early. Not like, I know some people got into it when they were like chill, like toddlers. I think I was about like 12 or 13. I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space on TV, and I was just like fascinated by like how everything looked. Like it just had like this whole weird, creepy atmosphere, and it was like fun. So I was like completely enamored by that. And then I slept over a friend's house when I was like, I don't know, I had to be like, shit, that might have been earlier than the Killer Clowns one, maybe. I always jumble back and forth because my memory isn't that great going far back. So like I think the first horror movie I ever saw was I Know What You Did Last Summer, maybe in like 1998 or 9.
Mm.
And I slept over a friend's house and we watched it, and I was like terrified because I'm like a baby. I get like terrified very easily, or did back then. And I remember watching that and was like, wow, this is pretty, like I'm afraid of heights, but I like the feeling that it gives you of like going on a roller coaster, like the adrenaline.
Yeah.
You get that by like watching horror movies. So I was like, I like this feeling, and I don't have to go anywhere high up, so I'm down with this. And then like
Yeah.
I was always obsessed with the look of like the Universal monsters and stuff like that, like the classic Dracula, Frankenstein, that type of stuff. They're pretty much just, once I got older, kind of researched everything and watched a whole bunch of, many a night spent at Blockbuster getting a
Yeah.
whole stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it. Everyone starts at different times, and but people think that it defines you, how early you started, and it really doesn't. I don't know why people have to be silly about it like that, but, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a competition or anything. I feel like if like there's always that like stigma of, oh, you liked it later than everyone else, you're not good enough. But that, whenever you get into it, like you said, you're still a fan of it. It doesn't matter when you become a fan of it. You still love it. You still enjoy watching it. You get into it. There's plenty of movies that I haven't seen still, and I'm sure there's a bunch of movies that you haven't seen still. But like,
Yeah, there are a
you
lot.
can't watch everything like in one day.
Exactly. And there are just so many out there. It's like, how do you watch every one of them? Like,
Exactly. What's one
well, it
movie you
feels
haven't seen that like everyone has seen?
one movie. Oh, it's not a horror movie, but well, hold on, let me think. Let me look.
Oh, it's different. Are you looking at the movies that you have?
Yeah, that I haven't watched yet. Let's see. I still haven't seen Bubba Hotep, which I don't know if that's defined as horror, or Alligator 2. I was gonna watch it, got distracted. I've got quite a few. Well, I don't know if everybody's seen those though.
Bubba Hotep's like like B movie, C movie.
Yeah. I still haven't watched 976 Evil. I feel like a lot of people have seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
Really?
It's on my list. I know what directed it, and it's been on my list. But for it's never like I can't find it anywhere. Like I would watch it, but it's just not. I can't find it anywhere. I just have to go on eBay and just buy it.
Yeah. I can't remember if I got mine off of eBay. I kind of want to say I got it from Video Consumption on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Sure I did. But yeah, I've gotten quite a few from him, and then I'm blanking out right now on who the other person was. I feel bad. Oh, VHS Interceptor, I believe.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So what's one movie that people haven't seen that you want to see that is, I guess, like at the top of your list?
One movie that I haven't seen that people haven't seen? Oh.
That people have.
That people have seen?
Sorry, or if they don't have to see it.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I really should write like a list down. That's what the whole reason, like, that website Letterboxd?
Uh-huh.
Really need to use that more so you can like keep track of movies that you haven't watched. I just keep like forgetting to add shit. I mean, we could go with 976 Evil because I haven't seen that. I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, that's how. If I wouldn't have turned around, I wouldn't have thought of anything.
Yeah, it has to be like in front of you to see it. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Maybe like Dog Soldiers. I haven't seen. I heard it was really good.
Well, I know you're. Which one?
Oh, Dog Soldiers. Sorry, I think the
Which
internet
one did you say?
is a little like fucked up. So I can't
Probably.
like.
I was. Sorry. No, I haven't seen that one either. I know you're a big John Carpenter fan, so do you have like a top 3, 5, whatever?
My definite number one is In the Mouth of Madness, which I think is his most like. I mean, I think he's a genius no matter what he does, but I feel like that's his most like bold movie, and it doesn't get talked about enough because it's so like the way the twist is amazing, and the whole I'm trying to say it's not like really like a social commentary type of movie, but it sort of is in a way because it speaks on like John Trent is like in like this wow, I really can't, sorry. I like I can't fucking think right now for a second. I have like 10 million thoughts going on in my head. It's just a brilliant movie. The way everything like weaves in and out together.
Right. I still haven't seen that one.
You haven't? Oh, it's so good.
So,
I think it's his best written movie.
yeah, I need to. What, do you have any other top ones by him that you want to talk about, or do you want to move on to another question? Or
I mean, The Fog is easily one of my favorites. I mean, I'm trying to not say Halloween, but because we all know it's like the holy grail of, franchises, and it's a great, first one is a classic, Inside and Out.
yeah,
So that goes without saying, obviously. But The Fog, I feel like The Fog is the closest he got to like recreating the same atmosphere in Halloween, like that very like creepy, unsettling atmosphere, and he does it with like pirate ghosts. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Popular aspect that he was dealing with.
And that's Jamie Lee Curtis and Tom Atkins in it, right?
Yeah.
Am I properly? Okay.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I love it.
And
I love it. And who?
Adrian Barbeau.
I didn't even realize that. I need to rewatch it. I really liked Captain Blake. He was like, they did a really good job on him.
Yeah, he was killer. He was great. And I didn't realize, I don't know if do you watch Sons of Anarchy at all?
I haven't seen all the seasons. I've seen like 5 of them. And then of course I had to watch the finale because
no, you gotta.
I just had to.
You have to invest in the thing. But he's only in a couple scenes throughout the series, but the old man who plays Gemma's dad, he was the priest in The Fog. And when I watched The Fog, I was like, oh shit! Oh my god, what happened? I think he just cut out.
Somebody might be trying to call me. I don't know. My phone beeped. Call. I have it on Do Not Disturb.
Oh,
so now, who played Gemma's dad again?
Oh, the priest from The Fog. And I watched it and I was like, oh shit, he's like 50 years younger, but still has like the same face. Just like amazing.
I'll have to watch that again and look for him specifically.
It's always a great movie to watch to get you in the spooky mood.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can't go wrong with Sons of Anarchy. It's got so much. It's got a lot of action.
Of all time. Oh yeah, a whole lot of action. There's a whole lot of biker ass for people who want to see that. Just like Kurt Sutter's a brilliant. I think he's a great storyteller. The way, like the Shakespearean way he like tells the story, it's very dramatic, but like it's badass.
Right. What an ending, though. And I know I won't say anything because I don't want to give it away, but Opie's storyline made me so sad because I really liked him. And then it was just tragedy after tragedy with him. And then I just, like when he died.
And you said it was spoilers. You're breaking your own rules on your own show.
I'm ridiculous.
So
but
it happened in 2013, so I think people could catch up. It's cool.
I hope so. I've been berated for posting stuff before, so I try to watch it, but I can't help it. But yeah, I can't remember if I did cry or if I almost cried, but I'm pretty sure I cried.
Yeah, there were definitely waterworks. There was plenty of waterworks. I remember when, okay, spoilers. I'm just gonna say spoilers first. When Tara got that scene, I like drove with me and my friend used to watch it like every Tuesday night or whatever. I drove home from my friend's house like crying. I was like, why did they do this? It was but it's such a great, powerful scene, and just like the whole. First of all, Gemma is the worst possible human being on the planet. She's so overbearing and overprotective, doesn't trust anyone else, and thinks she knows what's good for everyone. Obviously, I have a lot of feelings about Gemma, but yeah, like if she just paid attention and listened to other people, then that wouldn't have happened. But she's such a bitch anyway. Great, like I
Yeah,
love Katie Seagal though. She's amazing.
I do too. But she just made like one bad decision after the next, and even when she was trying to make the right decision, it was wrong. But there were so many times she knew that what she was doing was going to hurt people. Tara, and she just didn't give a fuck.
She's all about that self-preservation. Didn't really care how it affected anyone else. She just set a fire behind her and just turned the other way and didn't care.
Yeah, that is so true. That's crazy. Let's see. So do you want to talk about cosplay, VHS, or your favorite thing about the horror community? Anything like that?
Yeah, we could talk about all that stuff. Where do you want? Yeah, where do you want to start?
We'll start with cosplay since you're pretty damn creative with that. I feel like people should know about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but it's mostly due to extreme boredom. Because, like I said,
Yeah.
being home for 8 months, you have to occupy your time. And I never I mean, the people who like really go insane with their looks and cosplaying and stuff like that. I was always fascinated by people who go to Comic-Con just completely like transformed as the character. I'm like, wow, that's fucking insane. And there's this convention that I go to. Did you ever hear of Monster Mania?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No good. Except the only bad thing about it is this. What?
I said I wish I could go.
Oh well, no one can
It's
go.
too far away.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not.
Yeah, true.
It's like take a plane there, like a 45-minute plane ride.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
It's worth it. It's
fun. So, you said you like to go to Monster Mania whenever it's open.
Oh, I've been going there for like 8 years. It's like a whole weekend ordeal with like guests and vendors but people cosplaying and stuff like that. And every Saturday they have a costume contest, and it's like most creative, most sexy costume, and then they do like a kids like best kids costume or whatever. But like the people put in some serious work. I'm literally just putting a mask over my head and taking a picture, so it's not that serious. I mean, I like the pictures that I take and stuff like that because I think it's fun. But like some people go like insanely hard with it, and that's like amazing. I think a lot of these people are amazing.
Yeah, they probably spend like 6 months to a year preparing their stuff. That's major commitment. I wish I had, like, I like doing cosplay, but I mean, I really just half-assed everything. So,
but no, that's the great thing about it is if you get the look down that you want, it's all about being, like you said, it's all about being creative, and you could get creative with the most minimal amount of things you have. And I think that's what's cool about it, that you don't have to go full 100% into it. You could just pick up things around the house and be like, I have a butcher's knife, and that's it.
yeah.
No, it's for everyone.
Yeah, I love it. So what about your love for VHS?
Oh.
I know you're.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah, I've only been collecting for about, I mean, I had VHS tapes like back in the day, but wasn't like an avid collector or anything. I was more during like teenage years. I went to Best Buy like every time I got paid and got like DVDs of shit like that. But that was just to like watch movies and stuff like that. Like the reason why I got into like VHS collecting, other than like the nostalgia factor of it, and that it's like a movie I can watch, like a physical copy, which I always like the cover art on like VHS tapes are just so like beautiful and like retro looking and like actual artwork. Like if you look at like movie posters put out today, it's literally just like two Photoshop faces peeking out of the sky, and like that's it. It's not like no work really goes into it. Like the tapes that like people like put effort into it back in the day, and it looked like a whole
Yeah.
like art piece. So I like that aspect of it too. And then I got into it and just bought like also another thing I did during quarantine, buy way too much shit.
Relatable.
That government money, that extra $600 really helps.
Hey, whatever supports your habit. It's not a bad habit to have.
Exactly. Totally agree.
They're far worse things. But yeah, the VHS covers, that's like my favorite part too. Like they just don't make them like they used to.
No, and yeah, everything is just very, I don't know, everything has that like digital feel to it. Like no one like it's art. Obviously everything's art, but it just, I don't know, it has a different feeling when it just looks more of like someone put time and effort into it and really like a lot of thought into it. Like I saw this movie poster yesterday for a new Tom Holland, and I forgot the actress that's in it, but the poster was literally like their faces turned sideways. She was on top and he was on the bottom, like photoshopped together, and like something in the middle, and like that was it. Like, what are those meetings like? Like, there's no, what's the creative direction there?
Yeah, I don't get that.
No, it's like,
It's
all right,
like were they not allowed to do a real shoot for it because of COVID, or are they just lazy?
I'm probably just lazy. They probably just told Tom Holland, just lay down and take a picture and send it to us, and we'll just crop that shit out. And that was it.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No, Hollywood.
What about Hollywood?
Oh, they're lazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So next I was going to ask you about maybe your favorite thing or favorite things about the horror community, your favorite actress or actor, favorite, did I already say favorite movie? I don't remember.
Oh man, favorite movie of all time? That's what you're talking about?
If you would like. And we could do actor, and then like your favorite thing about the horror community.
Oh, okay. Well.
And you list just one, because I'm indecisive. People ask me to list one, I'm like, okay, here are 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so hard. You can't whittle it down to one. But if
I
I'm
agree.
going off of one, like my all-time favorite movie out of every movie, it's gonna be like the most unconventional pick. But Tommy Boy is my favorite movie of all time, with Chris Farley
That's a
and
great
David
one. If it's
just
big,
like
yeah.
it just I don't know, it just makes me feel good. I watched it when I was like a kid. I can recite that movie front to back, and it's, oh man, no one can do it like Chris Farley.
I agree. Rest in peace, Chris Farley.
What?
I said, rest in peace, Chris Farley.
Oh, rest in peace. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
I think one, I'm deaf, and two, the internet sucks.
I know. I don't get it on the internet. It's ever since COVID, like, really started running rampant. It seems like I've had nothing but internet problems and phone connection problems. Like, it wouldn't even let me send the message to send you about when I was getting ready earlier. Like, I'll check back and it had been 10 minutes and it's like sending, and I'm like, what the? Like, come on.
That 5G theory that people are talking about, apparently.
Yeah.
Whatever conspiracy theory. I don't even know what that means, but all right.
I don't either. That's why I laughed.
Oh yeah, as long as the internet works, then we're good.
Yeah. So Tommy Boy's your favorite movie. Do you have a favorite actress, actor, or multiple?
Favorite.
Know you're a fan of Florence Pugh.
Oh yeah, Florence Pugh is my wife. She just doesn't know it yet, And even though we're millions of miles away, I already put a ring on it. We're getting married. It's happening. But she's not my favorite. She's not my favorite actress only because I mean I love her. She hasn't been. I mean, she's been in a couple things here and there, and I feel like this is like the era of Florence Pugh, and she has like so much. I mean, she's so young, and she's gonna do so many more great things, but she hasn't reached that level of like quantity yet. Like she doesn't have enough things. I would have to go with
Right.
Toni Collette because she's amazing in absolutely everything. She puts 100% in every role she played. The fact that she didn't get nominated for Hereditary is just beyond comprehension. It's fucking crazy. She's so good.
Did you ever watch her in United States of Terror? I mean, of Terra?
Yes, she's so good.
Yes. I mean, like, how do you all those different roles? That is, yeah, in just one show. She's amazing. I agree.
And she's Australian.
I did not know that.
When I like, like sometimes you go on rabbit holes, like watching interviews of like actors and stuff like that. I like like years ago, I watched an interview with her and I was like speaking in Australian and I'm like, what the, like, it like blew my mind open. I was like, wow, she doesn't have her natural voice in like any of her movies. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard her with an Australian accent.
No, not in a movie, unless it's a movie that we haven't seen. But I mean, Sixth Sense, Hereditary, United States of Terror, even in the terrible Fright Night remake, she was like a glimmer of hope. She's just so good. Like, even if she's in a bad movie, she's like the beacon of hope that, maybe I won't leave the theater.
I think she was the best part of that movie. Everything else to me in the remake, I guess I hoped for more, especially what's his name, Colin Farrell. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just expected more, but she was the best part.
I will tell you a secret. I fucking hate Colin Farrell. I hate him so much. He's my number one. Not number one. He's my top 5 most hated actors. If you want to watch a 2x4 on the screen, watch Colin Farrell in every goddamn movie. Terrible.
Oops, funny.
Hate him.
I haven't really seen him in anything in a while.
Good.
I know he's probably. So what are your favorite things about the horror community? You're pretty active in it, and whether you believe it or not, you're well respected and you got a lot of fans. Because when I was talking to people about doing interviews and how I wanted to include like some of my favorite people, I believe it was Mary. I keep saying Mary, who was like, you gotta get. I already asked them.
Oh man.
I'd like literally asked you like maybe an hour before. I was like, so I mean that just shows you there. But yeah, so what are your favorite things?
I mean, I definitely appreciate all those kind things, and I love everyone. I have no bad blood with anyone. I know some things about the horror community. For some reason, there's like a bunch of high school drama, but I don't think people should pay attention to that shit. That happens with like every fandom. So we'll focus on the positives. I mean, everyone is just so like, I feel like everyone is so genuine and supportive. Like anything you do, like whether it be, post picture, body positivity, something like if you say you haven't seen a movie, they're not like, why the fuck didn't you see that movie? They're just like, they talk to you about it and stuff like that. So I would just say everyone's pretty supportive, everyone's super kind, and I feel like there should be like the whole like social media thing. It makes us feel like, inferior. Or some people, it makes people feel inferior when they don't get enough attention, but I feel like as long as you pay attention to like the genuine connections that you make on there, and there's like everyone's really fucking cool. Like you're super awesome. Plenty of other awesome people on there, in there. I feel like that's all you got to focus on.
Yeah. I got, for a little bit, I got caught up in like thinking it over too much. And then I was just like, you know what? Like, this is supposed to be fun. And since then, I've done nothing but enjoy it. And like, I try to tell my friends when they're struggling, like, just have fun with it. And like you said, just remember the people who are supportive to you and just be thankful for them.
Exactly. Like no, like you shouldn't give a fuck about follower count and losing followers and gaining followers. Like that doesn't. It's like it's social media. It's not that serious. Like relax. Like you said, we're on there to have fun. We're on there to share our passion and talk about what we love. Who cares if someone with a bigger follower count doesn't follow you? Like who can't? Like they're not like we're not celebrities. Like I know you said like oh I'm well respected, which I appreciate anyone for saying that, but I'm just a person, you know. I'm not fucking a celebrity or anything. I don't see it that way. I don't think
No,
do what you do, but I don't see it that way. I love everyone in the horror community, and there's so many awesome people, and I respect everyone, and everyone should be respectful towards other people. This is how I feel.
agreed.
Like no one should
Totally
be
agree.
not fucking
But
high school.
right. I don't see why people are so concerned with losing followers because, I mean, you're going to lose followers every day regardless. Like, you can't sit there and be consumed with it. And hopefully, people, I think just because of COVID and everything that's going on right now, this whole year, that people have overthought things that they normally wouldn't care about. But, like, what I try to tell people, I'm like, look, you're going to lose followers. We all do. Like, you might lose 100 followers in a day. Like, but don't pay attention to it and then you don't realize it. And then to me the key is just to be consistent with things. And if you're trying to grow your following, but worrying about losing the followers, that's just too much. It makes it
Yeah,
not fun.
yeah, exactly. And they always say if you don't have if you don't have people who dislike you, then you're doing something wrong, because not everyone is going to like you, and that's totally fine. But I just think people, it was totally okay to get concerned, especially if you I don't see the point in unfollowing anyone on social media if I like their stuff, or if they say something that I'm not, that I don't like or whatever. I'm not like, oh fuck you, you piece of garbage. Like everyone's entitled to have their own different opinions. It's cool, unless they say some racist shit or like Trump 2020, then you're getting that swift unfollow, because fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get people like being concerned about that, and it makes people feel bad, but you just gotta brush that shit off. Not everyone's gonna like you. Totally fine.
I believe in, if someone's making you feel bad about yourself, if you're allowing someone to get to you, then I believe in unfollowing them just because it's good for your mental health. But other than that, like, I don't see the point either.
Totally. And like some people,
Like,
what was that?
go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say we're not all gonna agree on everything. You gotta agree to disagree.
Exactly. And that's the whole fun of it, having different opinions and debating and talking about it and stuff like that. But the internet is a place where if you don't like something, then you can go fuck yourself. It's such a weird thing that no one wants to have like a conversation about anything. It's just like, oh, you don't like Star Wars? Fuck off. It's not like, oh, why don't you like Star Wars? It's not like an open. I feel like a lot of people need to have like a dialogue about these things, because that's like the whole fun of it. Like going back and forth, like, talking about it, not just like shutting someone down,
Yeah. And sometimes if you go back and watch something a second time that you thought you hated, you might actually like it that time. And then sometimes you watch something you love and you're like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, your
so
mind,
it's
your
like,
mind is allowed to change.
right. Exactly. let's see. What is at the top of your bucket list for horror locations or attractions or conventions, stuff like that, when everything's back on grid, if ever?
Hopefully soon. Don't say that, please. I don't know how much longer I can last inside my own house by myself. Man, that's a good question. Well, I mean, I want to go to the West Coast for sure and go to like convention wise, like Monster Palooza and stuff like that, because or like Mad Monster Party. I know there's a bunch on the West Coast in like California, and I know there's some in Texas, bunch in the Midwest. I only been to like New York Comic Con and like Monster Mania and stuff like that. So I would like to go check out stuff over there. Have you ever been to like conventions near you?
Texas Frightmare, and then I'm going to go to the Houston Horror Film Fest pop-up market too, and then they're going to have another event, I think in June, and I think also the Cult Classic Convention in Bastrop is going to be doing one in January, maybe February, that I would like to try and attend, but I'm for sure going to do the Houston ones because it's a 2-hour drive as opposed to like a 5-hour drive.
Oh, you still, yeah.
Just depends on timing. Mm-hmm. But I really want to go to that Bastrop one.
What's that?
Do what?
What'd you say?
I said I really want to go to the Bastrop one. I really want to go to the Bastrop convention. I just don't know that it's for sure going to happen.
What is that? I never heard of that.
Oh, the Cult Classic Convention. It's they say, I thought Texas Frightmare Weekend was the biggest convention, but they say Cult Classic Convention is, so it's even bigger. I'm trying to remember what guests they were going to have this past year, but I don't remember. I know that one of their guests is Caroline Williams.
Ooh.
And
I want to meet her so bad.
Yeah, I do too. And that's really all I know right now. Because I haven't.
Guest that you want to meet that like, what's like your white whale, like your holy mecca? Like the most.
I really, really, really wanted to meet Bruce Campbell last year. Like I brought my Make Love, the Bruce Campbell Way book, so he could sign it. And the first 2 days I was there, I did not realize you had to stand in line to buy a ticket to get the autograph. So the last day we were there, I stood in line. They sold out like 10 to 12 people in front of me. And I was just like, dang it. So I'd like to meet him. Of course, don't hate anybody, but I would love to meet Sherry Moon Zombie. I know that's a sensitive spot with people, but I do really like her.
Still a legend in the horror genre. I mean, she played Baby. Obviously, you got to meet her. I feel like, I mean, you can't really. I mean, I always have this discussion with people, and like me and my best friend, we always have this discussion. I think she has a lot of potential to do. I want to see her do other things that's not written by Rob Zombie. Because she pretty much plays the same character in every movie. Not saying it's not good, but she plays the same character in every movie, just different. In 31, she played Baby, but like a hero version of her. But I want to see what she can do with someone else's writing and direction and stuff like that.
You want to see what her range is. She was in the remake of the Toolbox, but it was like so fast that I don't really know. She did the remake of the Toolbox Murders, but it was a really fast roll, like not long at all. So most people probably that. What'd you say?
Oh, I did not see the remake.
Yeah, I liked both of them. I don't know which one I like more. Probably the original.
I feel like that's normal to say.
I know. Every now and then I like a remake better, or I'll like it as much if I set it apart from the original. But if you're like comparing them, it's hard because you grew up with one thing and then you're seeing someone's modern take on it, and either they hit it out of the park or you leave disappointed. But I mean, that's how anything goes. But still, like, I commend anyone for putting themselves out there and trying anything like that. It takes a lot of hard work and commitment and a lot of time.
Yeah, you said all the right words that people should embody when remaking someone else's film, because there's a reason why the classics are classics. Because the way it's directed, the way it makes you feel, and just the originality of it, you were way nicer than what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I mean, I just think it's weird. It just seems like a lot of these remakes are all like cash grabs, and they're just using the names to market their product, and they're giving us like a half-baked product. Not the movie Half-Baked, but something that's like undercooked and like really no thought put into it. Like, why remake Black Christmas 10 times?
I didn't even watch the latest. I thought Black Xmas was okay, but Billy like ruined it for me. And there were a few plot holes in that one, but yeah, like alarm. But I do see what you're saying, like be original, like come up with something new, because it is tiring seeing the same thing over and over. Like I said, I just think it's brave to try anything at all.
I mean, if you have the power to, and you think you have like a vision for something that's already been done, then yeah, go for it. But I don't know, it's only worked out so many times. Like the Evil Dead remake was really great, and the Hills Have Eyes remake was really great, and they like paid homage to the original and stuck to like didn't stick to the script, they stuck to the story, but still did things a little differently, where it was like something new. Like when they went into that old house with like that mutated melting person sitting on the chair, like that's fucking cool. And just like just recently, like the remake of The Craft and stuff like that, like if you feel like you have something new you want to add to the story, great. But some movies just don't work in like the modern world. Like some movies you just can't modernize like in that time. That's just my thoughts on it.
And no, I agree. Like I just don't see how they're gonna make The Craft better, but whatever.
Like a sequel. I don't know. I didn't see it, so I can't talk on it. But it looked like a soapy Lifetime movie from the trailer. I don't know if it's that. I've definitely heard not great things about it. I don't know about you.
I haven't watched it yet. I probably wasn't going to, but
I'm not spending 20.
My bracelet got stuck.
Oh no!
Oh hell no! Okay. Anyway.
All right, you're good. Are you chained to?
It's still stuck. I took it off my arm, but it's chained to my hose. So I did want to ask you, if you could do any movie, like if you were to do a movie yourself, what genre would you choose, or what subgenre? Would you want to be director, producer, screenplay writer, actor, behind the scenes? Like, what would you go for?
I mean, we all want to act in like a badass movie, right? Even though we're not actors.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I probably can't act that great. Oh man, that's a tough. I feel like, wow. I feel like I would want to direct maybe, because I don't think I would. I don't really like being on the screen and like putting myself out there like that, because like the it kind of like weighs on your shoulders too much. I feel like I would have more of a fine-tuned direction on where like the story can go and like the different types of shots and stuff like that. So I feel, and like I like giving inspiration to other people on what like the vision, on what vision is, or just collaborating with people. So I feel like director would probably be my favorite thing to do if I had to pick anything. And then genre, I mean,
Yeah. Or what subgenre?
uh, hmm. Some like I love movies about like cults, like old like the rituals and stuff. Like Rosemary's Baby is one of my favorites, and Hereditary obviously one of my favorites. Anything involving cults, I feel like I because like it's just so creepy. There's so many things and different rituals that you can just make up or even research,
Mm.
and because the real thing is always terrifying. Um, so it'd definitely be something like that, some like cult horror movie or something like that.
I'd watch because I'm a big fan of anything that's cult related or coven related. Like that's right up my alley.
And you now know the difference between cults and covens.
I'm still having a hard time processing that, but I'm there one day. Um, I so Rosemary's Baby, is that cult or coven? Because I thought that was coven too, but I was wrong with Hereditary. So I'm like,
Well, that's tricky because I feel like in that movie it's both because she even said Rosemary even says it in the movie um, that they're a coven of witches, but they do rituals and they are a cult. So it's kind of both in that movie, I would say. I mean, they're all worshiping Satan and stuff like that. So it's like the cult of Satan, but there are covens of witches that do witchcraft to like put spells on people and stuff like that. So in that movie, it's both.
yeah. So well, no, no. um, okay, if you were to travel back, I know you said you'd rather do a director, but say you travel back into time and you were offered the lead or your favorite character of the most fascinating movie to you, which movie would you choose and who would you be? Like say that person was not an option and they came to you and they're like, Doug, we want you for this.
If I could be the understudy to Kurt Russell in Escape from New York, that's what I'm going with. Because that like being on that set would be so awesome. Like just the apocalyptic New York and just like the weird costumes and shit like that. It would be so awesome. So that would definitely escape Kurt Russell.
That's a good answer.
Snake Plissken. What about you?
It would definitely be some final girl kind of situation.
I assume you
Probably,
don't
let's see. What?
I assume you don't want to die on the screen.
No. I mean, if so, it would be a great death. I'd be happy with that. But I like final girls. I wouldn't mind doing like, or even it didn't have to be a final girl, but like I wouldn't mind doing Susie in Suspiria, or why can't I think of anyone right now? Maybe Laurie Strode.
Iconic role.
Because yeah. But I should have thought about that myself. I didn't think about that. So that's all I can tell you right now.
You have plenty of options.
Yeah. I like Sydney too, because she's unbeatable, it seems like. But that's more modern than
Still a classic.
Yeah. So true. If I could go back in time and do it when I was younger, I'd play Heather O'Rourke's role. Isn't that her name, Heather O'Rourke, in Poltergeist?
That
Like
sounds
the little
right.
blonde-headed girl.
Yeah, who died
From there, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a pleasurable role for a young person.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty consuming. But like that was one that I was fascinated with when I was younger. So maybe one of those.
Poltergeist is
Uh,
I feel like.
Hell yeah. Um, Sorry, that keeps going off. If you were to write a book about yourself, or if somebody else were to, what would the title be?
Oh fuck. Hmm.
You can skip it if you don't know.
Oh, I can figure something out. It's just so let's go with anxiety semicolon a Reese's story because anxiety and
Reese's
how we
security
deal with
ring.
it. So let's just combine the two.
I like that idea. That's a good one. That's especially the Reese's part seems fitting for you.
$25 every week on Reese's. It's a serious
Reese's are great. You can't go wrong with them.
best thing ever, and it's kind of healthy because it's peanut.
Let's see.
I think.
That's true. Didn't think of it like that. Um, would you like to answer if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive? Who would you choose and why? Or is that overdone?
Something is. I will answer any question you ask me. So we're gonna go with Florence Pugh, and Florence Pugh.
I can't believe you
Forget
didn't
it.
say Penelope, but
That's your favorite. I mean, she's a gorgeous human being, but that's all you. You can have her if you want. I'm totally
she's beautiful. But I um I normally choose men, or I always choose men. But she is drop dead gorgeous. She always has been, and her accent is just so pretty. But I love Florence Pugh too, so that's definitely a great three choices. And then you wouldn't have to worry about anyone interfering in y'all's conversation. You wouldn't have to tell anyone to shut up.
exactly.
What would you choose for a last meal?
My favorite meal is linguine and clam sauce, so going with that. Give me. It has to be a pasta meal.
All
It has
right.
to be steaming hot. I want Parmesan cheese shaved all over that bad boy. I want to guzzle all the olive oil into my gullet. Going with that.
And Reese's for dessert?
Obviously. Or just shaved Reese's,
Obvious.
shave the Reese's and sprinkle it on the pasta. Probably vomit inducing, but it might taste good.
Hey, you never know. It might be really, really good.
It could be. I'm not going to try it. So you let me know when you try that
out. You may try it before I do. So how do you hope to impact your audience, through Instagram? If you have like any special message that you're trying to give or anything like that. And what's the biggest happy surprise of 2020? Because I know a lot of people have had a lot of harsh moments and trying times, but trying to stick with the positive.
Well, it wasn't a surprise, but earlier this year, before the world completely ate itself, I did meet Kevin Smith at my job, and I almost cried into his armpit because he's my hero and I love him so much. So that was, that's probably my favorite thing of 2020, and that was in February 16th. So nothing great has happened since then.
Oh, darn. Well, we still have a little bit of time, so maybe something else will happen, but that had to have been amazing.
And the world can get back to normal.
I know. Maybe Kevin Smith can fix it and save us all.
I feel like Kevin Smith has the brain power to do it.
Right. He'll just have us stare into a 3D poster
Give us the Snoochie Boochie vaccine.
until we so yeah, how do you want to impact your audience? You can answer that, or your 3 influential people to you, favorite curse word.
I like these questions. I mean, I can answer all of them if you want. I mean, do I have
Just
an
tell me.
audience?
What? Do you have a time limit?
Me? No, we could do this for 10 hours if you want.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. The first thing you said was what was the Instagram question again? The audience thing, which I mean, I don't feel like I have.
Like if you were trying to get a message across, and like, what would you want to say? Like, I know you're good at keeping positive and being supportive of everyone, so.
I try my best at that. I would say don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks. Do whatever makes you happy. I feel like that's the best. That's what I try to live by. So I feel like others need to just be more more grounded and understanding of other people.
True.
Just be kind, you know. Don't be a dick.
Definitely. Right. Just be nice.
Yeah, pretty easy thing to do.
It really is. Some people make it seem like it's hard, but usually they're struggling. So you gotta try and remember that maybe they're going through a hard time, and just back away for a bit. So do what?
No, we'll go with what you said.
3 influential people in your life. It doesn't matter if they're family members, friends, a wonderful politician. That's a joke.
Yeah, definitely not.
Or an actor.
Oh man. I would definitely say my dad, one of the most influential people in my life, super hard worker. He always just wants to have a good time. Like, he doesn't want any problems or issues, so I try to like live with that, like the be kind thing. And my mom too always instilled that in me and my sister and stuff like that. Like, just be kind, be a good person. So definitely them. My best friend, who is also my boss, love her to death, Nicole. We both work together at a music venue over here. I like look up to her, even though she's younger than me. But I look up to her because she's just like the best person. What?
So that's sweet. I mean, all 3 of the answers. But it's good that you can still look up to someone who's younger to you, because a lot of people would be like, what can I learn from someone younger than me? They're inexperienced, and I think it's silly to be like that.
Not always. I mean, you just can't be ignorant to the fact that people might learn quicker than you do, or they have a different perspective or a different attitude that you can like pick up and learn from. You can learn that from anyone. Doesn't matter how old, if they're older than you, younger than you. It doesn't matter. Just always feel like you should always have the outlook where you could learn something from everyone.
I agree. There's some young people with old souls. There are people with old souls who are just wise beyond their years, and I hate whenever those kind of people get doubted or overlooked. I feel like everyone deserves a chance.
I totally agree.
Let's see. So what are you can answer either or. turn-ons or turn-offs. It
I
doesn't
saw
have
you,
to be about women.
I saw you look
It
at the
can be about women.
after like, huh.
It can be about just even like in friendship or just how people do. It doesn't have to be specifically a female thing, you know? Like, I'm about to kill my phone.
No, plug it in.
And we can,
I mean, I'm down to answer whatever. Humor is a big
okay.
thing for me. Definitely, if you could like joke around and be like as brutal as possible, and like just like you don't get offended by anything, and you're just laughing at nothing is off limits, and you're like funny. That's a good turn on, I would say. Humor is a good turn on, I guess.
Yeah.
And turn
No,
off.
that's right. Because, I mean, even for friendships, like, that's what I look for. Someone who's just able to, like, make the best of things or whatnot. Okay, so turn-offs,
Oh, if you got like
negativity.
this is gonna sound mean maybe, but you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you have like a fucked up grill, like fucked up teeth, get away from me. Go to the dentist, get that shit worked on, get your molars extracted, push that snaggle tooth up. Oral hygiene, like bad oral hygiene, fucks me up. You got like fucked up mouth.
Yeah.
Go. I know that's probably probably shallow to say, but like you go to the dentist and then come talk to me.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we all have our shallow things that would just completely gross us out about someone. So,
Right? Like we
I
all have.
mean, everyone's human.
Exactly. And like we were talking
Yeah.
about before, you don't have like listen, we're just being honest. Every if you're saying that you don't have any of those, like idiosyncrasies or whatever, or you don't have like those little flaws. Literally everyone has something they're not into. So they're lying if they say they don't.
Definitely.
What's yours?
I appreciate your um turn on sense of humor. Probably sense of humor and just being loyal and supportive. Just, it's hard to find people who, it's hard for me to trust people, anyone, friend, like I have a hard time trusting people. So sense of humor is my favorite thing. Like if you can make me laugh, we're golden. And then just being able to trust someone and feel like they're loyal and that they'll have my back as much as I have theirs. Those are the big things for me. And turn-offs, bad breath. Bad breath.
Get to the fun stuff.
And I do like confidence, but I don't like supreme cockiness. Or someone who's like a misogynist. Like I don't, or even women, women can be male haters. Like I just think, like, I don't want to be with women who are male haters because then people are gonna, I don't want anyone to think that I'm like that way because, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But bad breath, dishonesty. Do I?
No, I was saying that makes sense.
And then, like, you have to have integrity. Like, if you don't have integrity, to me, it's just like I would rather you hurt my feelings and tell me the truth so that I can deal with it. And like, I'm not going to be mad. I want to know how to improve things, but people aren't always honest. And I just wish people were more honest. So dishonesty is a turn off.
Totally. Yeah. Leaving someone in the dark like that is a lot worse than like telling someone the truth of just how you feel,
Yeah. It sucks. I guess Is there anything else that you would like to talk about before I ask my final question? Because I'm out of questions. Well, I had the one last closing.
All right. Well, I just want to say that you're awesome for even talking to me and having me on your show, and congratulations on having one of your own and doing it by yourself and getting across the vision that you want.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I really appreciate you coming on. I was really scared to ask anyone because, you know, like, I got a fear of rejection. Like, I don't like putting myself out there. I feel like everyone's going to say no. And then,
No.
but, you know, if you don't try, you never know. So thank you very, very much.
I appreciate it.
I'm really glad.
So anytime you want me on,
Thank
I will be on, and there's probably plenty of people that want to talk to you. So
We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, anytime you want to come back on, if there's something you want to talk about, let me know. If there's anything, it doesn't matter. I did want to ask, where did it go? Oh, where can the listeners who are listening connect with you online? Like, where can they find you? Where would you want them to find you? If you don't want them to find you on something, don't tell them, because they will look.
Oh, will they? I don't know. You could just type in. I'm like, oh man, I've been on the internet for so long with my music and stuff like that. All you gotta do is type in my fucking name. You can find me on like purevolume.com. That, like, you remember that? Do you remember that website, Pure Volume?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that old, like, emo bands put their music on there and stuff like that. And I had a rap group in 8th grade. Well, started in 8th grade, called Horror Show, and it was like horrorcore rap. Me and my friend Joe, we were like 13 at the time. It's really bad, like really awful. Like, sometimes I post videos on Instagram or whatever, and like video myself reacting to like my old songs, and it makes me want to just die. But we uploaded our music to like everything, like MySpace, Pure Volume, SoundClick, all the old websites. So I'm sure if you type in my name, you can find me all over. But Instagram is where I'm most active on. Dougs.supernatural, I believe, is my username. Correct? That's right. Yeah, you can find me on there.
I think that's it.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I haven't looked at it in a hot minute. I believe that's it. And I post dumb shit.
Well, thank you for coming on. But hey, nothing's dumb. It's all fun and games. Like, you gotta, and if all doing the same thing, like, how do you set yourself apart from the rest? And there's no authenticity in it if you're trying to all do the same thing anyway. So
totally
it's good to be unique.
Just be you, and that's all that matters.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I agree. My alarm keeps going off.
Time to go back.
But do I? Time to go back to bed? I wish.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. I would be happy to work with you in the future anytime. And I love seeing your content. I know everybody else does, even though you might not think so, but you do. They do. And
I appreciate you and everyone.
I really appreciate you making.
Oh, I appreciate you so much. Honestly, you're super awesome.
Thank you for making the time for me today. I appreciate it.
Of course. All we got is time.
Why does that keep going off? I don't know if you can hear it, but my alarm keeps going off.
I thought you just
But is there anything that you'd like to that's why. Is there anything that you'd like to close with, or
just be kind. The world's a crazy place. Don't be a dick.
think it's a great way to close. Great close segment. Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Doug. Y'all go follow him on Instagram. Doug, is it dougs.supernatural, you said? Or dougs.supernatural?
That's the one. It's like Doug
Okay,
is
Doug's.
supernatural. Dougs.supernatural.
Gotcha. I always forget.
It kind of.
So y'all give him a follow and check him out on Google. You can find it on his Instagram, probably how to spell his last name. But
Hit me up on MySpace, Xanga, all the good stuff.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Oh, thank you. You too. You're super awesome.
All right. As are you. I appreciate it.
Oh, appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Bye, Doug.
See you later, or talk to you later, or both.
See you later.